We're visiting some really interesting streets today.
We've just found Cecil Court, which inspired Diagon Alley in the Harry Potter books.
We're looking for the location of the Williams and Watson's bookstore. It's owned by Rhys and Timothy's Scottish nanny, Henny Watson, and her brother Wallace, the bell ringer. It's like a second home to the brothers, so where is it?
It was situated where the cobbles of Cecil Court met the well-trodden tracks of St. Martin's Lane.
So right down the other end. The first time Rhys and Timothy come to Cecil Court in the season of Gold Dust and Gilt, it's a rainy day and the street is almost empty. If it wasn't for the rain, there would have been crowds of Londoners and visitors from far afield looking for wares. There were small shops selling tobacco and trinkets, middle-sized tradesmen like tailors and engravers, and larger businesses like the silversmith and the wine merchant. The theatre district was nearby, and you were likely to hear buskers or see a dancing dog at any time of the day.
You need to find a dancing dog.
This is Archie, and he's a border collie, although not from Australia. He's from Australia.
Me too. Yeah. Well, we live in Canada, so she sounds Canadian and I sound Australian. So.
We're running a book in Britain, and she's Australian, and I'm Canadian. Yeah, okay. Yeah, but he was born in Germany. So
Oh, what a dog!
Germany, come to the UK.
He's a citizen of the world.
Yeah, that's right.
And what does he do?
What does he do? He walks a lot, runs a lot, eats a lot, but no special things. He can shake hands. He can
All right.
high
Oh,
five.
let's see the high five.
High five. Yeah.
Ah, good boy. Here's the St. Martin's Lane end of Cecil Court.
The bookshop's entrance was right on the corner, with bow windows leading off along each street. The sign showing through the glass panel of the door said closed, but Rhys and Timothy knew it would be open for them. The bell rang as they opened the door, shook their umbrellas out behind them, and stepped into the warmth and love of their home away from home.
Which building do we want it to be? They're both beautiful, although a lot newer than the buildings in our story.
I think it should be that one. The Watsons live in the part above the bookshop. It's a little slice of Scotland.
There are quite a few bookshops in Cecil Court these days. The Weatherby brothers would have felt right at home, especially Timothy.
There was nowhere Timothy felt more at ease than in the bookshop. He loved the rows of bookshelves with their bronze fittings glinting in the light of the gas lanterns. He especially loved the rows of books, in all shades and sizes, with their leather bindings and gilt trim. It had the same comfort as a well-stocked library, and he was in his element.
We've come through Covent Garden to see the Theatre Royal Drury Lane, where Eliza Hutton has her first leading role as Juliet.
Eliza's opening night arrived. She knew her lines and her marks and was confident that she could project Juliet's innocence and passion into the expectant auditorium, but she still was nervous.
While we're in the neighbourhood, we have to show you Australia House, which served as the inspiration for Gringotts Bank in the Harry Potter movies. And we're also stopping into Somerset House. In the 1850s, it housed all the government records in the General Register Office. Bart Beazle is a stonemason who would rather be a journalist, and he wants to dig up dirt on Rhys Weatherby, so this is where he comes.
Bart loved to visit the General Register Office. He had a contact there, a clerk, who was willing to accept a coin or two to let him in at the end of the workday. They would meet under the Nelson Stair, a spiraling, floating staircase with elegant blue scrolls in the railings that even a reluctant mason had to admire. The clerk would lead him around and down to the basement, and when the coast was clear, lock him in for a night of searching through the records of births, deaths, and marriages.
And here's a bonus staircase in the same building, the house stairs. We're moving east into the temple now, where the British law courts are located, looking for Chancery Lane.
This is the street where the Weatherby's family lawyers have their offices. This is where Reese comes when he's in trouble.
Pinkerton and Associates was nestled in amongst the larger legal institutions of the temple, with its long columns and long windows arranged in perfect symmetry. This wig and gown store is the oldest tailor in London. Mr. Pinkerton would have bought his robes from here. If you can have a bonus staircase, you can have a bonus shop as well. Look at this place.
James Smith & Sons, umbrella and stick merchants. It almost makes you wish it would rain.
We're looking for Paternoster Row, where the publishing houses of London churned out publications, mostly religious, but also books of word puzzles, full of reversals, riddles, rebuses, logogryphs, and enigmas. There's no row anymore, but there is Paternoster Square.
I have a character who likes to write enigmas. That's 4 lines of rhyme giving you the clues to 2 words that sound the same but mean something different, like a horse and feeling horse. Let's see if we can find someone to guess our enigmas.
A nobleman on knightly knee once did this as he stood. A lady from her rest did this when daylight said she should. And then she saw outside her pane in garden fair and sweet a specimen begin to spread with spiky points replete.
I'll have it again, please.
A nobleman on knightly knee once did this as he stood. A lady from her rest did this when daylight said she should. So that's the first word. And then she saw outside her pane in garden fair and sweet a specimen begin to spread with spiky points replete. A rose.
Rice.
Yes, you're on the right path.
Yeah?
The two words. A rose.
Rose.
Rose?
Yeah, so you a rose.
A rose and a rose.
Yes, exactly.
Here we go.
Well
It's a rose, like a flower.
Well done.
Like rice. Yeah, smart.
Nice.
Okay, second one. Of course, yeah.
Do you want to do the other one?
Absolutely.
Lovely. Though crusty, dry, and plain of hue, for sweetness I am famed. My heart encased in rounded form sits cooling on a frame. With endless figures I'm described, in Greek I'm sweet 16. So constant in my answer to how round, how wide between.
Yeah, it's hard when you're young.
Yeah. Though crusty, dry, and plain of hue, for sweetness I am famed. My heart encased in rounded form sits cooling on a frame. With endless figures I'm described, in Greek I'm sweet 16. So constant in my answer to how round, how wide between.
I want to say the first part is like a pastry, like a pie, a tart pie, pie. But then how does that match with
What's 16 in Greek? That sounds something like what you just said.
Oh, okay, so
You're giving too many heads, Mom.
pie. Pie.
You're correct! It's pie. It's pie and pie, like the pie.
Yeah, these are really good.
Name them both.
That's good. These are really good.
area right next to Paternoster Row is St Paul's Cathedral. It's much nicer to visit it today than in the 1850s, when the air was full of soot, the streets were covered in horse dung, and Newgate Market was just around the corner, a bawling, bustling, stinking mass of people and animals, with hundreds of carcasses hanging in an open-air slaughterhouse.
The Hutton family were very impressed by the cathedral when they came to attend the consistory court that was held inside.
You know, we can hope that heaven has such glorious halls.
On such wonderful acoustics. Very good.
Here's another great mother-daughter team that we're going to see in a play about the lack of career options for women in the 1850s.
Imelda Staunton and Bessie Carter, also known as Professor Umbridge and Prudence Featherington.
What a great way to end day 2. Join us for day 3 when we are scouting location.